This is Doug with the VHS Group, and I am here to kick off this third installment of this home theater build series that we've started. What you'll see is this is actually a couple days of activity that have been happening at the property. It's not just a day-by-day series. That was not realistic, so just kind of figuring this out as I go. So stick around to the end as we are kicking off a golf simulator. So the space is crazy. It's going to be really cool, so check it out. Hey, what you see here is a extremely nice hole in a wall. So we framed this all out, and this is going to be the cubby where all of the speakers will sit. That framing may look a little busy to you, and it looks as if there is not just studs every 16 inches, it's more, and you would be correct. So this is the view of SketchUp of a standard wall. So you have a base plate, but what we did is we did it with a 6-inch base plate, a 2x6, instead of a 2x4. So what that allows us to do is bring a board over here. You'll see me move it out in the application. So you've got a stud here, and then you've got an additional stud here. And then last but not least, you've got an additional stud right here. And what those do is allow us to frame the wall in a way that the front wall doesn't actually touch the back wall. And it's more evident whenever you view it from above. So if you look here, you can see that there's a large gap between the front wall and the back wall. And that was done by design. It prevents vibrations from transmitting through to the other side. So it should make a big difference. Here's some fun stuff. So here is actually the speaker that is going to be going into the ceiling. This is the True Audio Rev 72 Surround. We're a huge fan of True Audio. They make amazing products. Their templates that they send are fantastic. It's just an overall really well-made, well-built product. And so we're excited to be implementing these. So what you see here, this is me punching a pilot hole into the ceiling. I'll then use this to feed one of my sticks into. This is what we use to pull the cables through. So I feed it in here, brace it on the ladder, and then I go look down from the other side at the unfinished area. Then we get out our friend Lloyd Christmas. Seems like we're using this tool a lot on this job. It's so loud and annoying, but hey, what are you gonna do? It works great. So what I'm doing here is just making a smaller hole than what is needed for the speaker, but just to get a view of what's going on. It's really important to do that before you just go, plunging a gigantic hole in the ceiling, because you could find something like this. So this is the other side of the room, and this actually is an AC line in the ceiling that we didn't know was there. So we had to adjust. If you see here how there's two holes, that hole on the further from me, what that is that's the hole that's got the AC line, so we had to move the speaker one joist over. This tool I'm using here is called a RotoZip, and it's great for cutting circles into drywall. We always run a shop vac while we do it, just to try to minimize dust, because it is a very dust-producing tool. You can see it makes short work of that drywall, and that is the most intense, serious face I've ever seen myself with. Okay, so you'll see as I go to pull it out of the ceiling, just the snowfall of dust. If you don't use that, it's the shop vac, it's 10 times worse. There we go. So now we're using those sticks that we used previously to feed the cable down and to the back. So this cable is actually going to come out down on the far side where that speaker cutout is. I see it moving. John grabbed it. Whenever we're doing something like this, a lot of times I just like to use blue painter's tape instead of electrical tape to feed the cable down. It keeps the cable from getting gummed up. It's a little easier to pull off, and there's just not a lot of risk here that the cable's going to get hung up on something. So there we go. There's the 4 holes in the ceiling. This is where the speakers will go. Okay, just a quick interruption here. So that is kind of this phase of work being done, which was showing you how that wall was being built, getting the speakers in the ceiling. Now we're gonna jump to some of the activity that's been going on with the electrician. Our electrical vendor that we use is Loveland Home Solutions. They're fantastic, look them up. But yeah, we're gonna cut to this. We're gonna show some of the action that they've been doing, also getting drywall into the house. And stay tuned, you gotta see that golf sim.
Dude,
Those guys,
some electricians make fun of these, but it just makes your life easier. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so that's it for this theater project at this time. We've got the seats ordered. We're picking out carpet. We've got the acoustic paneling. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's got to happen. But drum roll, please. Time to check out the golf simulator. All right, appreciate it. See you next time. Hey, what's up? So this is a little bit of a new environment compared to what we've been seeing. This is the future home of a very cool golf simulator. So what we're going to end up doing is taking out this wall here. So this whole wall is going to be taken out so that it's continuous with the rest of the basement. Then from this beam down, there's going to be a wall that goes to the corner here. We're about to remove this netting, so we'll show you an after picture here in a little bit of what we're doing. There's gonna be a wall that comes this way. We'll come over this way. This family, they're avid ping pong players, so they want to have an area that's dedicated right here for their ping pong table. They have family competitions, it's pretty cool. This wall is going to be finished with drywall. This is going to be closed off here, and we'll have access into the unfinished space over here. And then the hitting enclosure is gonna kind of terminate here. So we're gonna jump to taking down all this netting, getting stuff cleaned up. We're gonna mark out with the laser some of these lines, get this carpet all out of the way, and then should be a clearer picture of what's gonna happen once we're done with that. So let's go.